So hi everybody, so in this tutorial I'm going to show you how you can use Google Trends to do some research. You come to here, you just like type Google Trend and the first result is the Google Trend page. And we can type any word. And for instance, we can say Tesla car to see how people's interest in Tesla cars. And basically there are two, one is that the people's interest over time, and one is people's interest by state. Of course, this is just past date. Usually we like just like past years. And we can click this download button, and it will download as a CSV file. If you open it, it will look like this. And in generally, we like to make it a bit simple file, so we can just like declare also the days. So there's better simplify data table, and the people's interest in car by state is the scales on the 0 to 100. Typically, I would like to do some Scatterplot and to see how this variable is related to another variable. But here we only have one variable, yes. In order to do that, we need to find another variable. You can come up with any variable you are interested in. For instance, the variable I'm interested in is, for instance, like population density. Yes, so we can find this variable online. So we can just search like population density by state. And so the first one is the Wikipedia page. So this is the page. And so we can just like, the very basic method is just like you can just highlight them and then right click, copy them, collect another street, and then we just paste. Okay, so it looks like this. And we can delete this, and we can also, okay, but not delete all of them, just delete the rank. Okay, so stay and rank. So let's just use the state, this column, and the rank column. So it means the smaller number means that the population density is higher, yes. So we need to remember that. So delete that, and we only need two columns, make our lot easier. It looks a bit weird, so let's just like format it. So we can say that this is the state, and this is the population density ranking. Yes. So in order to combine this one and this one, so this is ranked by this interesting car, this metric, this variable. In order to combine these two, the way I do that is like we just like sort it by the state. So we can sort it, make sure the DC, how they name the DC. So sometimes the DC different. It is district of Columbia, so district. So yeah, their name are consistent, so we can just do that. So customer sort, and we can just like sort by okay, have a header. So click here. So sort by state. So A to Z, I think that's fine. So now it's Alabama, so it's sort by the first letter of that, the name, the state name. And we also want to say here, okay, we're going to change this as state as well. And so we can say that we also saw this page, state, A to Z. So now I think it's consistent with these two. So we can copy these two columns to here. As you can see that now they are consistent here. So double check every. So there's some problem. It's still not exactly consistent with these two. So as you can see that from Wikipedia, they have some area that we do not have data here, so we might need to delete them. So they're not exactly consistent. So we do not have this data in the so Arizona, Arkansas, Florida, Kansas City, Massachusetts, Hawaii. Okay, we do not have data here, so we cannot have that easy. So we do not have this. I think okay, we do not have data for this. I'm not sure. I missed something. US budget. We do not have that. We do not need a total. We do not need this. Hopefully I do not miss anything. I think let me just go back here from this side. I think that might make our life easier. So we can just delete here. 57. So that means that I think it's easier on this page before copy paste to another page. Yes. So we do not have data for this. So it should be 51. So the 55 still will have something with. Okay, I think that's good. So let's just delete these two columns. Copy here. I think now they are consistent. Yes. So I can just remove this. Still, it's not super consistent. So remember that in the Google trend, in the Google trend score, so there's no data for Wyoming. So that's why it's empty. So I think we can just like maybe, I mean we just replace the number for 1. Of course you can with 0 as well. Let's just replace a 0. So I think that'll be, there's no data, so let's replace a 0. So just remember that this is we can't randomly assign a number for this as 0, so that's fine. And so we have this, yes. So now we can do a Scatterplot, yes. So I think it's better this. So reverse the position. So the basic idea, as you can see here, is that on the x-axis is the what? On the, let's add the title, make clear. So x-axis is density, yes, and this is the text on the y. So basic idea is that we can add a chain line. So to go down, yes. So we can also just like calculate the correlation coefficients. See what's the overall the correlation coefficient is positive or negative. So as you can see, it's negative. So it means that if the population ranking is lower, people's interest. So I mean, this is a big counterintuitive. So the density, the number is higher, means density is actually lower. Yes. So because remember that DC have very high population density, is ranked as 1. So and then so the number here is high, actually density is lower. So if density is lower, actually the people's interest in Tesla car. So this let me it's ranking. It's not. It's ranking. Yes. So you rank lower. That means density is lower. High, so greater number here is actually lower ranking. Actually, you are saying that your population density is not that high. Yes. Low density. So people's density is lower, and people's interest in Tesla car is lower. Yes. So I think that's it. So basically, of course, you can use other language R or Python to make the figure more looks much better. But here I just use as example to show you how you can basically use Google Trend as a way to do some research you want. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions, feel free to comment down below.